let's get into this. And we're going to do a concentration on a neck contour today. And this is fairly easy. It's just like the rest of the contours we've been talking about. You're going to go the same 2 shades darker than your own skin tone to give you that recession that you're going to want if you've got a neck like mine. So, you know, the older I get, the more the neck moves, and that's why I'm such a fan of that Gold Bond cream. It's honestly, it's done quite a big difference. And if you go to their site, you can see the before and after. So don't believe me. And I prefer using a powder for the contours on the chin, especially because the powders are just, I think, a lot less visible and noticeable. I think sometimes the foundations themselves also will get on if you're wearing any kind of collared blouse or anything like that. So, all right, well, let's get started on this. So I'm going to do this a little extra dark when I get to it today. First, we'll go ahead and get ready. All right, let's get going with my It Bye Bye. Some great stuff. And I like to put it in my fingers, just a little amount. I tried to do my verifications and they keep holding me up. I've tried 4 different times now. This is waterproof. It's obviously, you know, matte. Concealer, anti-aging, full coverage. This is a full coverage. And this is in light natural is my color. And so it is pretty light. I could go a little darker, but this will work. And then going to this. I'm trying to set it with L'Oreal Infallible Waterproof. It's a foundation, but I use it however I want. And in this case, I like to use it to set the powder and also further conceal what I've got going on. So yeah, I go to meetings once a month for one thing, and I've got other things that I'm involved in. I belong to a couple of different groups, mostly focusing on, well, I shouldn't say mostly focusing, but one of them is geared towards helping out children, and the others are more civic minded. All right, and so I think I'm happy with the concealer part of it. I'm going to use my True Match N3 Natural Buff is the color I'm using. And usually I brush it on because I like a little bit more of a sheer coverage. But like I said, today I'm trying to get things done, so I'm going to use a different method. Today I think I'll use my sponge. I like to get it wet with Hangover. you see that? Just, and I am going to mix a couple of different things. This, I don't, the reason I don't like this is because I can't just drop it on something and mix it the way I like to, because I'm a blender. So, gosh, see, that was even too much. So I like to mix that with my Lumi. It's just a little, they call it glotion. And I like to use that. And then since they didn't mix it up for me, I'm going to mix it up, or, you know, since they didn't give me the kind of dropper I needed to really mix that up, I'll just mix up here. I have a lot of textured skin, and I have wrinkles in my forehead. On my nasal labial folds, which are these right here, are very deep. They always have been. And so I am going to try to avoid the areas that I personally, my nose has big pores. I'm going to try to avoid that. Under my mouth as well, has a lot, I used to get a lot of acne there. So you're just really stamping it in. And so I don't put a concentrated amount there, but I will go ahead with what's left over. And try to cover that up. I don't go on my forehead though at all. All right, so there's that. Put a little on my lips. All right, now, today, I'm going to use my contour. I'm going to use the contour, the Hula Benefit, and hit pan. All right, I am going to get rid of the jowls. I showed that in a previous video. I showed it in a short as well. Same thing, 2 shades light, darker. Load. I'm using this kind of a brush. It's this kind of a brush right there. And I'm gonna go right where I know it's at. And just shade it. And the other side. Okay, now those are gone. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to shade my nose a little bit. I prefer, where is it? Using, this is brow and shadow. So that's what I'm using, and it's Eyelure. It's London Cosmetics, and but really any the color is what you're looking for. And I'm going to be using this type of a brush, little tiny brush, and I'm going to be using this color right here, kind of a sable. And I'm doing this because, again, I'm going to be on camera. And I don't know that it can see me that great. It doesn't really, you know, it's not like it's a close-up or anything, but just in case. All right, and then just gonna shade that out. I'm just using regular kind of. Notice I'm shading where, I mean, I'm feathering out where it was and down, not in, because that's the part I'm trying to change. And I'm just gonna, now my nose is gonna be a little bit red from messing with it, but now let's go on to my cheeks. And this color right here, and I believe it's called Dolce Vita. I'll just use that. Wow, can't believe how light that was. That was super light. Okay, and so when you're putting your blush on, you want to stay from here down, just right in here, and that's it. And you don't want your contour to go anywhere further down from here. You don't want to do that. So you keep it here up, you stop, and then you go with your blush, and you go from here up, and you stop. All right, so I'm going to, I'm not liking, I've been kind of run down lately, and I can see it in my face. I can see that I look tired. So I'm gonna put, this is another concealer, but it's got a little luminosity to it. And so I'm putting it on the outside of my troughs, and the troughs are the things that sink in, that are just inside of your bag. Okay, I think that may look better. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's do eyes. So I'm wearing blue today, but you know, I'm not in the mood to wear any super duper colors. I do have this, okay, so I've got this, you know, color pop, and this is a really weird color right here. It looks red, but it also is kind of a blue. So maybe I'll use that as a highlight. Other than that, I think I'll just use my double-ended brush. I like this brush. And I think I will start off with this color here, which is called First Date. And I'm going to do kind of a slanted line just a little bit out that way, kind of going towards where the tip of my eyebrow should be, and not going any further than your last lash on your lid. Okay, so you're going to sweep that in. You can do sweeping motions, and then if you follow up with circular motions like I'm doing now, you'll make sure that you didn't skip over anything when you were sweeping it. Okay, so see how that looked so dark, but it's really not that dark. Now, for the transition color, I'm going to use this color right here. It's a little bit lighter than the one lower than that, and it's called So Fine. And I'm going to use that same brush, and these are neat because they look like they're brown when you put them on there, all in the pinky family. So deposit your first pounce in the middle where you can kind of move it out, because that's going to have most of your color on it as your first dab there. And we're going to blend this out. And you can go out of the line a little bit and go up. Then I have a lot of lines from here to there, right there, that little pocket. I've got lines that go this way. And so I don't like to put anything in there if I can help it. So I try to put the color from just on the movable lid. So from there down, there down. So today I will I'm going to switch out my brush on this eye, and I'm going to go for a more rounded brush. The tip is way more rounded, and it's smaller so I can get in there. And I'm going to use, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for that weird purpley blue color. What is it called? It's called Kiss Me. All right. And it's weird because it doesn't even really come up as a huge color. Like, it doesn't. Okay, so let's see. Huh. I like it. It's kind of a, not really a gradient, but yeah, that's pretty. Okay. So we'll just do the other eye. Going back into the first date. And kind of angled out, and you go just above your crease and not quite up to your eyebrow. This doesn't look as dark as the other one. Hang on. Okay. And now, so fine. Go right here. Just kind of deepen it up. And these kind of pinky colors work on almost every pinky plummy colors work on almost all skin tones, really, I think. Okay, so there's that. Now, got out of line there. Okay, now, go back to my other pencil and get into that Kiss Me weird color purple blue. And put that on. I think what I'll use is My Revolution Ultra Contour. This is where I use that one to contour my contours. But I think I'm going to use this one. It's got a little bit of a pearl in it. It doesn't say what color it is, but I'm just going, it's got just a little bit. And then kind of meld those together. Alrighty. Now, do the eyebrows. Don't do every eyebrow. It looks fake, just where you need it. Brush your eyebrows down first so that when you make your marks, they won't be as easily seen when you brush your hairs on your eyebrows back up. And I did a short on Don't Look Younger, Look Better, and it's about skincare, and we will be getting into that in the coming weeks. I got into a little bit of it. It's in the Love Your Skin You're In, I believe, a playlist. And there's some great tips and tricks in there. And it's a highlighter. So I'm just going to go down the middle, right at the end. And right here in between, because I have, the reason I didn't put any makeup up there is because I have a lot of lines up there. Well, not a lot. That's where my lines are. And so I try to avoid those. I like to put this on my Cupid's bow. Just kind of lighting up the center of your face. And then of course, you're gonna wanna do right here, don't get in your crow's feet if you have them, which I would imagine by this age you do. It's kind of tough for me because my skin is so textured, even though I don't have crow's feet. You know, it could look better because I have all that texture, and so it kind of settles in there, but I've decided I don't care about that. I'd rather have the glowy look, add some life, you know, to my face. And because as you get older, I don't know, I just kind of need a little bit more help. And I like that crayon because it's more of a sheen. It's definitely not a glitter. It's more of like a satin sheen, which I'm a big fan of. Okay, now, where I did my contour for my jowls, I can still see a little, so I'm going to take this flat-headed kabuki brush and just edge out the sides. I also am going to put it up on my eyes because I want that all to kind of meld together. I will be sitting next to people again and on camera and all that stuff. So I'm going to use a couple different things. Today I'm going to use 3 different things, which is a little overkill, but it's okay. I'm going to use my NYX Mauve. It's a pencil. I like to go just outside. And my biggest tip I could possibly give you on lips is to not go out on the corners, because once you go out in the corners, if you have turned down lip corners, which a lot of us do, it looks weird. And if you have wrinkles, it'll settle right in there. So I stopped just short. Finger. CoverGirl. It's a light, kind of a metallic. I like it. It's a little light. I have the hardest time finding the color lipstick. They had these great ones, the City Lips. The name was Melt, and I don't know. I want to say Too Faced, but I'm not sure. This is a plumping lippy. All right, so do my eyes. All right, both eyes are done. I am going to, just for kicks and giggles, because I am going to be wearing blue with, it's got some other like coastal colors in it. I'm going to put on High Tide. I'm just going to, since I don't wear any mascara on my lower lashes because I feel like they draw my eyes down and they make my eyes look a little smaller, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to just line them just because I want to. I don't know if you can see that. It's just an angled, tiny angled brush. These are really more greens, but I'm gonna go into this really dark one. Yeah, called High Tide by ColourPop. The colors are fantastic. It's just, you know, they're very bright. I must have been in a mood when I got them. But I'm gonna use them, that's for sure. Okay, so let's try. And I don't go to either corner of my eye. I don't put this and go up. I don't do that. I just go straight so that there's an opening right here. So your eye looks bigger, in my opinion. And let's see how that looks. Hang on just a second. I gotta see what I'd like. There we go. Well, I'm happy with that. Okay. Going to blow dry my hair. First, I'm going to kind of tidy up my contour, and then I'll do my hair, and then I'll show you the contour for the under the chin and the neck. So that's not that. So I want to give myself a little bit of a facelift. So I'm going to try and visually see what I did there? Okay, so we just kind of cut that in half, which lifts my face. See how my face looks a little higher up on this side than it does on this side. This side, it looks a little bit dragged down, right? My Infallible, and it comes with a little square, which is perfect for this. And I just dab one little corner like that. And then I want to go imaginary line. There you go. Keep going with that principle. I am going to clean this area up, and you always want it to go up, right? You always want everything to go up. So see that? Look how that just lifted my face. And okay. And that's it for that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna do my hair, and I'll be right back to do the contour on the chin and the neck. All right, so the hair is done, and let's get going on the neck contour. So I'm going to use the angled brush, and I'm going to get my hula again. It's by Benefit. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that angled brush. I'm going to sweep right underneath your jaw. You're going to go right down here and right across there and down. I just lost 5 pounds. If only it was that easy, huh? It was funny when I was putting this channel together. I was trying to think of names, and there was a couple of ladies that I watched, and I was thinking, man, they're so pretty, and they're so cute, and they're so tiny, and they're so blonde, and they're so blue or green-eyed, and so petite. And I'm like, God, I am so not a Barbie. And then 2 of the ladies that I watched actually did what would Barbie eat in a day, and how would Barbie wear makeup or something like that. And I thought, oh my gosh, I so don't want to be. I mean, it would be lovely, but you know what? I'm happy with who I am. It took me a long time when I was a little girl, being our age, that in America, the shows were I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, Green Acres, and all their hair was blonde and blue eyes, green eyes, all that. And I was like the outcast. The only person who looked like me was Marlo Thomas on That Girl. And so I always got to play her, but I was always secretly irritated that, that was the look that they considered to be healthy and a representation of what we should be looking like. And it was irritating, and you feel like an outcast a little bit. And so I thought, you know what, that's the last thing I think I want to be. There's more of me than there are of Barbies. So that's why I named my handle Not Your Barbie at over 60. So is because I thought it was kind of funny timing, actually. I thought, oh, well, this is maybe a sign, Maybe this is a sign that I should just go ahead and name the channel that, because there's way more people that are like me, overweight and sags and bags and wrinkles and not such perfect skin and all that stuff. And so I thought, you know what, I probably do myself and everyone else a favor by not trying to be anyone else but me, because you know what, I can't be. So there's that. All right, well, how do you like that? I think that contoured it very nicely. You could, like, if I think back here will be shown, I'm going to contour that. And see, with the powder, it just gets a little powder if if you're wearing an outfit that's got like a higher neckline like this. And see, you can't really tell that much of a difference. So, like, you can, but you can't. All right, well, that is the video for today. If you found it helpful at all, please come back, like and subscribe. We'd love to have you here, and we will see you next time. I am going to be doing some information on some skin products, and I thought I might be doing a free printable too for a morning and nighttime routine that I use and that can be universal for anyone. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye.